Stop, no. 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 I had this all... Oh, wait, yeah. Wait, okay. Yeah, that works. That works. Call me extra the breaking your heart. Call me X. Da-da-da, I guess I wanna be like. I'm going up, up, up to the top, top, top. Hey, hi. Hello, hello. Hold on, I gotta get all my things figured out here. I'm not yawning. I'm not. Okay, hold on. Call me extra. Hi, hello. Hello, hello. You're standing up. Thanks. Thank you so much. Hi. Hello. Oh my gosh, everyone, we're gonna spend our Saturday evening together. How do you feel? Oops, that's how you spell coffee. Sorry. Why does this look sad? Okay. Call me extra. You summoned me, I just got out of the pool. Oh my god, lucky you. On a Saturday evening at that. I was thinking all day today that I wish, well, not even like today, but just in general, I wish that I could get out and do more outdoor activities. Now, for example, going to the lake is a really popular activity where I live, but sorry, but I feel like I never have time to go, but I would love to go. I think that'd be such a perfect summer activity to be doing. So hopefully I get the chance soon. Hello, hi. Sorry for not being in your lives recently. No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm trying not to yawn. I'm so sorry. I have not been yawning this whole time. How are you? I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. I was actually able to, like, for the first time in probably a very long time, I was able to enjoy my weekend. Well, not saying I didn't enjoy my weekend, but I was able to enjoy it by relaxing, because every weekend up until now I have been busy every single weekend, and they were very fun, but I was getting to the point, especially last week and all this week, I think I was just really tired and exhausted. So I'm really, really glad that today I was able to just I was able to catch up a lot of, like, you know, like I did a lot of cleaning and stuff, but I was also able to just relax and not worry about anything. Trying not to yawn. I'm trying not to yawn because I don't want to. What are you doing? I'm just sitting here. I'm sitting here just chilling. Just chilling in Cedar Rapids. Do you know Conan Gray? I know of him. I might have known of a few of his songs from a long time ago, but that's it. Not anymore. Not anymore. You are sad? Am I sad? Am I sad? No. Hyunho Lee. Why would you say that? Why would you say that? Yeah, anyways, today was a pretty chill day for me, and I very much enjoyed it. Very much so. I'm trying not to yawn. You're weeping? Oh, no, it's because I'm yawning. Fun fact. Fun fact, but really sad fact. For some reason, I have like an excess amount of tears in my eyes. I'm trying not to yawn. Do you know Conan Gray? Yeah, no, I said kind of, barely. I answered it before. Anyways, I have a very excess amount of tears in my eyes. So I tend to like, I wouldn't call it crying, but kind of crying. I really try not to yawn. This is crazy. But every time I yawn, my, like, I get like tears in my eyes. My eyes water. Every time I laugh too hard. Well, not even too hard. It's like every time I laugh, just a little bit more than like a giggle, my eyes water. And it's actually really easy for me. Like if I wanted to just like tear up just a little bit, I'd be able to. So like anything could make me cry, you know? So that's kind of why I don't like yawning that much, because my eyes water. And so now I'm dealing with like all of the, you know, it's coming out the side of my eyes. I'm trying not to do that. Ah! Ah! Okay. Sorry I didn't hear you because my Wi-Fi got cut out. Oh, it's okay, it's okay. Me too? You too? You have the same issue as me? Your BTS army? No. You want to ask, like, oh, I want to ask something. I'm trying, I don't know why, if I could just, like, go into my brain and be like, stop yawning, I would love to do that. Stop yawning! If you live, oh, if you're live talking with your chat and suddenly people start talking vulgarly with you, will you pause your live? You mean like, is chat talking vulgarly to me, or you mean people around me? Like, what are you asking? You're back, remember me? I think so. It must have been a long time, right? What did you call me? Chat? If chat starts talking vulgarly, I honestly just don't pay attention. I don't pay attention to the things that I don't really want to pay attention to. So if people are saying crazy things in chat, I'm just ignoring them. Hey, I missed you. Welcome back. Welcome back. I feel like you haven't been here in chat for a long time. So welcome back. What happened to my Wi-Fi? It broke. Ah! My Wi-Fi broke. You're cute. Thanks. Are you army? No. Will not ruin your mind? I don't think so. Sorry. I'm trying to convince myself not to yawn. If I could just punch myself in the face, that would be great. Anyways, it doesn't really affect me that much. I think the only way it would truly affect me, like if chat was like saying, you know, they're all saying crazy things, I think it would only affect me if everyone was saying kind of like similar things. You know, like if it was all in like the same theme and everybody was saying that, then I would think that maybe it is like an actual issue. You know, that it's an issue with me and that they're all kind of just saying it in like a not so nice way. However, most of the time people tend to just say like random things here and there, and that's kind of how I know that they're just saying it to say it. So that doesn't affect me, because like it's not my problem what people are saying when they're just saying things to say it. It's only concerning to me when there's a common theme. If 5 people are saying almost the exact same thing about me, then I think it's a me problem. But if 5 different people are saying 5 different things and they're all just like directed in a mean way, then I know it's not me. They're just trying to be me. So yeah, no, I don't necessarily mind too much, or well, you know, it doesn't affect me that much when people say things in chat that are mean. There's ranks now? Yeah. I'm better than this. I'm not even tired. I don't even know why I'm yawning. I'm number 2. Yeah, I think it's based on chatting. Chatters? Hello from Alabama. Hi from South Carolina. Oh my gosh. Hi. Welcome in. Welcome in. I know a quick advice. They'll judge you, trying to ruin you, trying to make you feel like you're the bad guy. Just don't give it. You're better than this. Yeah. That is so true. You're so real for that. Okay. How have you been? I've been pretty good. I don't remember the last time you were here in chat. But basically what has happened in the meantime, oneus's album came out. It's a good album. oneus's new album came out. They're also going on tour. I am fundraising, so if you see the link in the chat, don't be afraid to help your girl out. And honestly, I've just been traveling and stuff, and just kind of, you know. Okay. I'm better than this. Who's excited for Triple S World Tour next year? You know what? I didn't even know they were going to do it. I don't even really follow Triple S like that, so like I don't know much about. Last time was probably your Get Ready stream in Chicago. Which one? Are you talking about like the one from Baekhyun or the one from like 3 months ago? Actually, it was like 4 months ago now. Oh my god. Time flies by so fast. I can't believe it. Hi, hello. Hello. Oh my god. Whose Wi-Fi is in that? Is that me? How are you? I'm good. I'm pretty good, actually. Just recent, like a few weeks ago. Oh, okay. I was like, man, that was a long time ago. Okay, yeah, no. Not much has happened between then. Not too much. Yo, hi. Hello. Hello, everyone. Hello. This would be a great time to just to promote one. I can't even. I'm so sad because I had a plan to stop yawning. No, I had a plan to promote oneus's tour. Like I was gonna stream a lot so that I could try to promote oneus's tour to see if by any chance I would be able to sell like 5 tickets per stop. Well, not me personally, but like, you know, be like, hey, oneus is coming to a city near you. And people are like, oh my gosh, really? And then they go. And that's because they saw my stream. Okay. That was my idea. Do you like Stray Kids? Kind of, just casually. Your hairs look so beautiful. Thanks. Hello from India. Hi. Oh my gosh. Hi. Welcome back. How you doing today? I'm doing good. Anyways, my plan was to try to promote oneus's stream, oneus's tour through my stream. So I was gonna stream just like a lot. However, okay, now I feel so like dejected and just like not really in the mood anymore because so many groups are going on tour. There are so many K-pop groups going on tour, all relatively like around the same time, that I don't think I could convince like a TXT fan that lives in the same city that maybe like didn't know oneus was coming to their city to go to this oneus concert because TXT is going on tour, you know? Or like a Rise fan who like, you know, maybe would love a concert, but now they can't go because Rise is going on tour in November and they have to save up for that. Like, you know, like I can't. My promotion skills now are like, you have to like live in the city that they're going to or be like within like a close enough like proximity to not feel like you're wasting your money to go see oneus. And not that you would waste your money because they're good, I swear. But like if you have to drive more than like 4 hours to go see oneus, I know it, like I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't do that either. If I had to choose between another group going on tour that maybe I liked more and then oneus, in any case, if that was the world we lived in, but like I had to drive like 4 hours to like go to like, you know, the city that these groups are all gonna be in, I would not go to oneus either. I would go to the other group because like I don't have money to be like spending to drive longer than 4 hours to a city multiple times. So so now I just feel bad, but I would love if anyone is in the vicinity and is not already going to a K-pop concert, let me know and I can put you onto oneus. I love Lino. Wait, me too. Two Moons are promoting this tour more than RBW is. I'm saying if I could at least sell, if I could get some, you know, 5 tickets to get sold per stop just from these streams, that would be great. I would call that a win. Matter of fact, I would love just like a small button. I would like a free set of those patches if I can get people to go to oneus's tour through streams. If maybe the tote bag. I think I want the tote bag. So if I could just get a free tote bag, if somebody does end up going to the tour because of the streams, that would be fantastic. I would take that. I would take that for sure. Okay. Please. I like your voice. Thanks. I'm from Brazil. I like your wall. Thank you. Ah. I was trying to hold that in. I was holding that in this whole time. Oh, God. Especially when their tour dates are close together. I know. That's the thing, is that all these groups are announcing tours for like the same time. And now there's like 23 groups going on tour in like the span of 5 months. Okay, and there's so many groups that like you do kind of have to pick and choose. You can't go to all of them. So, fortunately for me, the only group going on tour out of the 20, like 5 or whatever, the only group going on tour that I'm very interested in is oneus. Like the rest of them, I'm okay with like not going. You know, like I don't think I would have went anyways. So, do you know Arabic? No. Hi, hello. Do you remember me? I'll be honest, no. Sorry. Do you like K-pop? If you like, what's your favorite group? My favorite group is oneus. oneus. Use code Miranda 33 for 10% off. Can you imagine? I actually would really love that if like, no, that's delusional. I can't. That's delusional. I even went outside and touched grass today. I am better than my weaknesses. Anyways. You're so beautiful. Thanks. Thank you. Yeah, oneus is going on tour, so if anyone is available between, hold on, I forgot when their tour starts. No, not if any. Okay, hold on, that's the wrong one. Let me. Hello, I'm just trying to look at the dates. If anyone is available from August 1st to, oh, I can't even see that. August 1st to August 23rd in any major cities, please let me know. I can definitely put you on to the oneus tour if you're free and available. Tickets are not that expensive if you like sit at the back, but like there's so many tickets available, they might move you up during the concert. They might just tell you go sit in the front rows. Let me know. Let me know and I can give you the info, the dates and the info. Let me know. I've never seen and my voice. How come everyone likes my voice today? Does it sound like strange? Well, no, it's not strange, but does it like sound different? You're real pretty. Thanks. Blackpink. Yeah, Blackpink. Your eyebrows, your eyes, your lips. No, I don't go eat the man in the sun. I can't go that. Hold on. I don't even know the lyrics. I don't even know lyrics. It's 8:42 here from Arizona. Okay, you know what? You know what? This might be because I don't really know anything about Arizona other than the fact that it's Arizona. I low-key think I've been kind of like thinking Arizona would not be a bad place to live. Now convince me otherwise. But I mean, depending compared to where I live now, I do think Arizona would be a step up. Okay. Like, would it be worth to live in Arizona? Now, do I even want to live in Arizona? Realistically, not really. Just because I think it's like I have, based on like my career path and stuff, it's like I do kind of want to stay where I'm at right now. But in like an ideal, maybe like, I don't know, if I was to be spontaneous enough, I wouldn't mind living in Arizona. You know? Oh my gosh, please no spam. Please no spam. Can you sing Love Me? By who? Hi, subscribe. Thank you. You're spamming? Okay. Alright, thanks for letting me know. Hi, hello. You know what? I guess I could still try to promote oneus' tour and see what happens. You know? Like, maybe I will. Maybe I could convince like 1 or 2 people to go to their tour if you're not already going to a K-pop. Should I? Let me retitle. Let me see what I can do. Do you think I can do it? I don't think so, but like, it's the thought that counts. Okay, I'm here for you, oneus. I'm here for you. Say 안녕하세요. 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 저는 테일러입니다. 저는 26살이에요. 그리고 미국 사람입니다. 네, 감사합니다. Okay. I only have so many characters. Hold on. What should I call it? What should I call? I'm trying to promote their tour. oneus is coming to a city. I called it that the other day. I can't call it that. Attend oneus' tour, oneus' US tour, and receive lifetime blessings. That's funny. Wait, that's so funny. And then ask me about tour dates so I can put you on. Because I'm all for oneus. I got you, oneus. Don't worry. Do not worry. All right, let me go back over here. Okay, sorry. There's like tears falling out of my eyes. It's horrible. All right. Okay. Oh my gosh. I didn't see any of these comments. I was so stuck in the past. Hey girl, how are you? Hi, welcome. I'm so late. I'm sorry. It's okay. I've only been streaming for 20 minutes. It's fine. I love girls who are like you. Thank you. Live everywhere. What do you want? Or you mean live everywhere? Love me not every. No, I don't know that song. So pretty. Thank you. Bye. You started speaking Korean, so pretending you were an idol. That's one of the. Oh, I was wondering why. Yeah, true, true. Hi, hello. Cover album B. Who? What are you talking about? Should I stand oneus? You should go to their tour, is what we should do. Oh my god. Okay, let me tell you a little bit of like a thought that I had, okay? This is definitely like a thought that I don't need to say out loud, but I want to because I think it would be a cute story time. It's a good thing to yap about, okay? Is my eyeliner still in my eye? Yeah. Speak English. Yeah. Anyways, so I don't know if this is because like I'm just getting old, okay? The older that I get, the more like kind of what's the word? Kind of like overall life thoughts that I tend to have. And sorry. I'm so sorry. Um one thing that I tend to think about a lot just because I am a woman, right? Just as a growing woman, um is I tend to think about like kids and stuff, you know? Like do I want kids and like when I want kids and kind of all this stuff and if I have kids, how would it play out? And one of those thought processes is one of the more like lesser important things to think about is what would I name my kids? And I'll be really honest with you. I do have a name. Not that I'm in any position or will be in any position anytime soon to be naming a child of mine. But I tend to think about what I would name my kids. And so sometimes I do see other people's names or I see like a names from somewhere and I think that they would be really cool as a kid name or well like as my child's name. And one of those names, this is kind of why I'm talking about it because I don't think that I'll ever use it even though I think it would be really pretty. Um a name that I've been learning to like, well not learning to like, but that I've just kind of always had a nice appreciation for is the name Raven. Hear me out though, hear me out, hear me out. It's not because of anyone that I've known, you know, before. Not because of that, but I think uh I mean the first time I heard the name Raven, I think it might have been maybe when I was younger, like a girl that I knew was named Raven. And then if anyone's watched Teen Titans, okay, her name is Raven and I thought that that was a pretty name. It just really matched her, I think. And then of course I stay in one us and this guy's name is Raven. Like, you know, I'm like, "Oh my god, it's everywhere. It's so nice." But it might have been that artist. Her name is Raven Lene, but her name is Raven with a Y. And it looks so pretty when it's typed out, like Raven with the Y. And so I'm sitting there, I look at it, I'm like, that would be a really cute girl's name. But like I said, I don't think I will ever name my kid Raven. So I feel like I can talk about it because I do not want to talk about the name that I have picked out for my child. Not that anyone would steal it, but it's because I'm so dead set on this. Okay? I'm so dead set on what I'm naming my child whenever that child may come. And whoever I'm married to just has to be okay with the fact that I already have a name picked out. They just have no say. So sorry. They have no say. Anyways, sometimes I think about that. BTS come back on Taemin's birthday. Yeah, I guess so. Say what? That's so real. I want to name my daughter either Marjorie or Stella. Okay, this is my other like kind of thought process. I've learned that I really, really like they're sort of old fashioned, but they're like elegant names. Old fashioned elegant names. So like I think Marjorie, like with the way that you spelled it, I think that's kind of pretty too. Just because it has such like a nice elegance to it. But am I gonna be controversial? Controversial. I'm too scared to be pregnant. Me too. The older that I get, the more that I like see other people like when they're pregnant and stuff and they talk about their pregnancies and I'm like, you know what? That sounds horrible. That actually sounds really bad. I don't want to do that. Naming my child Songhwa and she asked where her name's from, so I pull up my kid. Yeah, true. And when I name her, like, when I name my daughter oneus Blue Sky, best song ever. I don't know. Ever After High Raven. See, I didn't see that. I didn't know about that one. I have like a girl's name and a boy's name picked out too, but I don't want to give it out. Yeah, true. That's how I feel. I think recently I've started to kind of decide on like a boy's name. I have a girl's name. I got first and middle name picked out. For a boy's name, I've kind of been like, I guess I haven't thought about it too much because um blushing right now. What do you mean? You're very beautiful. Thank you. Um Boys' names are so much harder because I don't want like my son to have like a really, really like common name, but I also don't want it to be so exotic that like nobody like knows how to spell it or pronounce it and like just makes life hard for them forever, you know? Um, because that was kind of the other thing I was gonna mention is that I personally like old fashioned but like slash slightly modern names. I think they're really pretty. Like for example, all right, I'm gonna bring up our queen, Princess Diana, right? I love her name. Diana sounds so, oh my god. It's such a pretty name to me. Or even just Diane. But I think Diana has more of like a nice ring to it. Love that name. But kind of like along those lines, like Diana or like Eleanor. I think that's really pretty too. I think Elizabeth has been starting to grow on me. Elizabeth is a little bit more of a common name, but you like you feel that like like that old well, I don't want to call it historic because not the names that are like outdated, but like names that just they kind of age with time. I love those names. Um I like those names, but I also am actually I'm not a fan at all of very like modern names. Now, no offense if you have a modern name. Okay, I probably don't hate your name. I think it'd be really nice and cool. But I think for me, like naming my own kids, I would not give them something that like I said, like it would be hard to pronounce or it would be hard to spell or that just doesn't make sense. Like, like it's just like a combination of just a bunch of different sounds. I would not want that. Because I would hate for my child to grow up and just like absolutely like have like issues with their name. Like I don't want that. I don't want that for them. So, do you like Baby Monster? Kind of. Kind of just a casual fan. Parks and Quad 57 those. Me with like me with Soho. Anyways, I saw a nurse called Jakayla. Yeah, see, I think that's kind of it's like I respect that they have that name, obviously. But me personally, I don't know if I would use that name. I love Diana. I'm saying it, isn't it? It's so elegant. Mine are also kind of old fashioned too, or elegant. I think they just sound really good. Me personally, I think they just sound really good. Why is my name Songhua? You know you're named after your Tumblr. True. Do you like the name Mila? I think Mila is cute. I think I mean, there are a lot of names too, though, that I like just in general. But when it comes to names that like could be like potential candidates for like me naming my kids, it like decreases significantly. So Mila is like it's cute. It's a very cute name, but I don't think I would use it myself. I just joined. You're so pretty. Thanks. Thanks. That's my name. Yeah, I'm saying no. Like it's pretty. I think it's really pretty. Mila gives like how would I say? I hate to say it like describe it this way. It kind of gives a cute. It gives cute. So you're interrupting. Thanks. Everyone's complimenting me today. Thank you so much. Did you get highlights in your hair? No. Someone said that yesterday too. They thought I got my hair done. When matter of fact, I have not gotten my hair done in like since January. So I do need to get it done quick though before I go to see oneus. The names I like all start with M. Would you name, what about naming your kids all with the same letter? Would anyone do that? I personally would not do that. But like me personally. But I think it's adorable when people do. Like it's like so adorable to me. When they'll use all like the same letter to name all their kids. Do I need to be older to be on this chat? No. No. No, I'm talking about like I was just talking about like at some point in my life when I decide to have kids, what would I name my kids? That's what we're talking about. I love that. My birthday's in 6 days. Oh my gosh, happy early birthday! The Kardashians did. They're all with K. I know, but see, that works. That like totally works for them. My mom named me and my other sister's kind of the same. They all end in a oh, like the sound. Wait, that's cute too though. See, like I said, it works for some people, I think. Can you say hi? Hi. I love Jimin. Me too. Do you ever... On a what? On a huh? I have a family member that does that, and they get confused when they're trying to get each other's attention. Yeah, because they all have the same letters. Gotta name one Miranda after you, obviously. Miranda Jr. Miranda is like, it's okay. I think it's too modern though. It's too much of a modern name for me to use for my kid. Like I really like the like older fashioned names. Let me look at a list. Old fashioned girl names. But not like the really, really crazy ones. Okay, I need the vintage, that's what they're called. Vintage. Well, Hazel is a little common. I'm trying to, where are the ones that are like really, really, oh, like Alice? Oh my god, Alice. That's a pretty name. That's a pretty name. Miranda Cosgrove. Oh my god, imagine I named my child that. This is Miranda Cosgrove. I'm 10, turning 11. Oh, lucky you. You have all this life ahead of you. Oh gosh. Ah! She went to see Big Hyun, I think. I did. My alt bias. Do you like Sonic the Hedgehog? No, I'm sorry. Miranda Jr. or Mick oh my gosh. No. Yeah, what was this guy saying? What was this guy saying? OneWe's song name? That... You're... Yeah, true. Definitely giving tired vibes today. Long week. Who's long week? Your unk status? That's probably me. I'm the unk. What do you mean? I subbed and liked? Thank you. Oh yeah, I was looking at names. Alice is a good one. Aurora is cute, but it's like hard to say, I think. I think a lot of people wouldn't call her Aurora. We'd have to call her something else. And I don't like that. Josephine? Wait. Josephine is so cute. But it actually really reminds me of the American Girl dolls. Because I used to love the American Girl dolls. And not that I ever had one, but I remember one of them was named Josephine. And I thought she was so pretty. She was so pretty. My name is Sarah. Hi, Sarah. You long week? You seem tired. I actually had a good rest today. I didn't leave the house all day, and I was rejoicing. I enjoyed it so much that I had nothing to do. I truly just enjoyed it. Who do you prefer? I literally just said I didn't know anything about Sonic. I don't know what you're asking. Names that would be pretty if it weren't for the meaning. It's definitely like... Yeah, I think if we would be able to pronounce it a different way. Like Malaria or something. But yeah, I get it. Yeah, there's some things that just It's so awful. Josephine is super cute, isn't it? I think that's cute. I also really like the name Lily. I've been like becoming a big fan of the name Lily, but with one L. I think with two L's it feels too like 2000s, but Lily with just one L, it's giving such like a cute vibe, and I love that. I love that. I like the name, but it's not a common name in America. I know how to say it. Isn't it like it's that one actress's name and she pronounces it all the time. Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. It's like Sir She or something. I know what Hazel, and I call her Hazel. I like the name Hazel. I think it's really pretty, but I do think it's a little too common, like for me. But I like that name too. What about the name Gabriella? Gabriella with one L is very. I like it. I like it a lot more than the one with two L's. But it's one of those names, it's like there are some names that a lot of people won't say fully. Like, I think if I was to personally name my child Gabriella, I would want people to call her Gabriella and not anything else. But a lot of people, I think, would shorten it down, or even she might shorten it down later in life and have people call her Gabby. But I don't like the name Gabby. I don't like Gabby, but I love Gabriella. And so I think to kind of avoid that, I would maybe not want to name her Gabriella, but I like the name. Lily is cute. Wait, one L. No. Like some people spell Lily like Lilly, but I like just the Lily. Wait, isn't that cute? Oh god. I already exposed it. I can't name my child Lily. It's Irish. Yeah, there are a lot of Irish names I think would be pretty, but like then we get to pronunciation issues. That sucks. Tough Cat. Yeah. True. I like hardly know that song, but I do know. I think I would like the name Jade or Sapphire or something like that. Jade? I do like the name Jade. I like it as a middle name though. I don't know if I would like it as a first name. The only problem though is that my older sister's middle name is Jade. And I mean, I'm sure she wouldn't be opposed if I was to name my daughter with the middle name Jade. But I just think that maybe to kind of keep the variety in the family, I would love to just stay away from Jade and let her have Jade, you know? But I think it's cute. Why you keep with the one L's? I think the one L's make them more. I keep thinking of elegant. I love an elegant vibe. I love the elegance. And so like the one L's in like almost everything, almost, except for like Danielle. Danielle with just the E at the end, I think needs two L's. Now if it was to be like Daniela, Daniela is cute. It would be cuter with one L. I love Evangeline and Evangeline! That would be pretty. That's actually pretty. I used to get called Gabrielle. What the heck? Why? I gotta go my own way. What about us? What about everything we've been through? And what about trust? You know I never meant to hurt you. And what about me? Okay. I had to leave because I have church tomorrow. Okay, bye. Thanks for hanging out today. Yeah, Lily is a gross way to spell. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 2L Lily is just a little too modern. But Lily with the 1L. I think that's where it's at. I love that song. Me too. I actually really like High School Musical. Now, speaking of High School Musical, do you guys know that Hwanwoong has his own TikTok account? Is anyone aware? Now, if you're aware, did anyone see his like one of his recent TikToks where he's like using it's like a remix I think of what's the song in the first movie where they're like, oh, get your head in the game. It's like a remix of Get Your Head in the Game, but he's like doing some TikTok dance to it. I was like, brother, do you even know where this is from? Do you know what you just unlocked for like half of your fans here? I hope. I actually don't really know what oneus's average fan age is. The average fan age of Two Moons. I think it's a little lower now just because like they've gotten a lot of fans recently. I think our average age has to be like 22. 23? Maybe 23. That sounds a lot better. But I'm assuming we all have to know what High School Musical is, and like nobody, like, hello? Anyways, I thought it was really funny. I was like, High School Musical. High School Musical mention, hello? Gasp, oneus. Yeah, oneus. He does. Yes, he has his own TikTok, but he only posts like other TikTok dances. Now, I think what he should do to really get the ball rolling, I think he only made it because he does like to do a lot of the TikTok like dances and challenges and stuff. But he probably doesn't want to put him on their main channel because then it would just be a bunch of Hwanung and not any of the other members. So I think they let him have his own TikTok just to post those. But I think he should do more of like the trending audios, like the funny memes and stuff too. I think he should do some of those. Then he would really pop off, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Everyone must donate at least $5 to the, yes, before they're allowed to leave. Buy me a coffee, please. Buy me a coffee. Like 15 years old. No. All of oneus's fans are relatively old. They're like kind of old. But that's because oneus is also kind of old. So their fans, like they're not really accruing new fans anymore. It's just their current fans are just growing up with them. And yet you and me are the odd ones out, being 26 and 24. Well, that's why I said average age is so like, well, no, that might make their average age higher. Because there aren't a lot of like, I'm thinking of like teenage fans, like 17, 18-year-olds that are fans of oneus. I don't think there's that many. I do know a lot of their fans are the same age as oneus or a little bit older. There are a few that are even just all older than oneus, but that's also far and few in between. So like maybe it is 25. Maybe their average fan age is 25. It's amazing. Hwanung TikTok. Are we talking about Hwanung TikTok? Yeah. Hi, homie. Hello. Hi. I would say oneus fans are 21 plus. They're all mostly 21 plus, I'm sure. I'm so sure. Just because I don't think they get a lot of new fans these days. Most of my moods are over 21. Same. But I've also been in the oneus fan, like Twitter fandom space since 2019. And so like a lot of the people that I like have followed and that have followed me back, we're all like around the same age. So like I really only know like my bubble of people. I do know there are a few like younger fans who like became fans after they became 5 members, but I feel like they're all kind of in their own little space too. You know, I don't know. I don't even want to know what you mean by kind of old. Okay. You mean like the oneus fans? I'm a lot younger. Are you a oneus fan? Are you like 16? No, because there were. All right, let me try to map it out like this. There were fans who were maybe 29 to 32 who were fans of oneus when Kunhee, I'll use Kunhee as like my constant variable. When Kunhee was 22, 23. So, right? So like at that point the oldest member was, well, I'll use Soho. Soho would have been 25. Yeah, I think that's the year I'm talking about. I think I'm talking about 2021 is when I knew that there were 29 to 32-year-old fans. Now, they could have been outside of these brackets too, but like that's just what I'm thinking. They were fans of oneus when oneus was that age. So now that like oneus is like pushing their late 20s, those fans are now probably, what was that, 5 years ago? Oh God, why are we getting old? 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, they're now probably almost 35. You know, that's kind of what I mean. That's kind of what I mean. I've mostly seen fans in their 20s for oneus, so yeah, that's true, but I met a few younger ones too. Yeah, there's definitely outliers. I mean, I'm so sure there's fans that are younger than, maybe they are like 15, 16, and then there's older fans too, but their average fan age is probably around 25, 24, 25. I'm a oneus fan, but when I found the group, it was 2 years ago. Oh my gosh. You know what? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream where I talk almost always about oneus. Purple Kiss have younger fans. I was in a group chat for them and there were a handful of minors and a few adults. Purple Kiss makes sense though, because I think Purple Kiss's average age right now is 23, 24. So it makes sense that all of their fans are maybe about the same age or a little bit younger. So Hi. So 29 to 32 is old. That's ageism. No, it's not old. It was just old. It was old in relation to how old oneus was at the time. So that would be like me. I'm 26. Imagine I start standing a group and their average age is 20. Now, matter of fact, I would never do that in my life because that's weird. But that's kind of what the dynamic was, is there were fans who were 30 and they were standing oneus when their average age was 23, 24. It's kind of the same thing. What do you mean that old? You've earned a subscriber. Thank you. Thank you. I also feel like the reason oneus has older fans is because, one, they're old. And two, I think it's because they have like a 3rd gen and 4th gen mixed in their music style. I think oneus has older fans because oneus themselves have always been older. So like most K-pop groups, especially boy groups, but like girl groups too, but they'll debut when they're about like 17, 18, right? Now, oneus, they were like in their early 20s. Like all of them were in their early 20s when they debuted, which is like kind of like a late age to debut in the K-pop industry, okay? And so because they were debuting at already like an older age, it attracted a lot of fans who were around the same age as them. Because it also ties into kind of the way that they come off, like a 22-year-old is going to act like a 22-year-old, and if you're like 16, right, and you're a fan of a 22-year-old, you're low-key like you don't really understand that much, like as much as you could understand somebody your own age, just because you're in kind of two different stages in your life. Personal example, okay, because I became a oneus fan. I became an EXO fan when I was 15, and all of EXO were in their early 20s when I became a fan. And so I can tell you right now, I thought EXO was funny, but there were definitely some things that I just couldn't really like get down with because I just simply didn't understand. I was too young, they were too old. Kind of how it works. But like for oneus, I think they're like the funniest people ever, but that's because I'm the same age as them, so like I get them entirely. And so I think that also plays into it. It's like they got a lot of older fans when they debuted because all of the people their same age understood them really well compared to like any of the other groups that were debuting at the time. I gotta head out to sleep. It was nice meeting you. And thanks for hanging out today. What do you mean that? When I went to see 8turn a while back, there were a lot of younger fans. I was so shocked. So shook. I'm used to being surrounded by older fans. See, that's also the other thing is I don't think I've gone to a K-pop concert where the group was like not significantly younger, but like kind of like a newer group. All of the concerts I've gone to, I've always had like fans. Like I've always been like right in the middle based on age. I thought you were our age. You just use othering language about no. Who needs a girl? You just get no. I'm too old to be chilling these kind of chat. No, what do you mean? We're all inclusive here. I'm not saying it's old. Okay? That's not no. That's not what I'm saying. Not old. Not old. We're just at different stages in our life. That's all. Um, yeah, all that to say, oneus has slightly older fans. Now, why was I saying that? Not sure. Not sure. I'm seeing 82 major this week, and they're younger, so I know there's gonna be a lot of younger people. Okay. Okay, let me be honest, since there's only a few of us here. I'm starting to think, well, maybe I have thought this for a while. The reason why I'm not that much into K-pop anymore is because the fans are just like, they're like young. And I feel like young fans make the concert experience almost a little unbearable to be at because of the way they act. And I do think that's also why I don't really like going to concerts of like newer groups, because all of their fans are like younger, but they all act like they act their age. Like, like there's nothing wrong with that, but like me, because I'm just getting older, I'm getting older and dustier as time goes on. It's like I start to like lose the patience to like deal with those kinds of fans. And so I'll be honest, I respect you a lot. I respect you a lot for being able to go to these concerts. Because I don't even have like a good example of like a concert that I've gone to that had that problem, because I just don't go to them. Right? Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure every concert I've gone to, I've always been in like the average age bracket. I've never been on the older side. I wonder if I should go to one just to see. But then, what if I hate it so bad at the end? Oh god, I don't know. Yeah. I also feel like I'm getting old for the K-pop fandom, even though I'm literally in my early 20s, and most of the groups I stan and the ones that are popular are in their 20s too. So I don't get it. That's fair though. I feel discriminated because I'm older than the new K-pop fans coming in. Yeah, that's valid. I think that's really valid. I don't know. It's just, I guess it's just one of those things that you do tend to grow out of, which is fine, but like it's just sad when you think about it too. I keep to myself when I see these younger groups. At that point, you kind of have to. Like, I don't, like, that's kind of almost like the only thing you can do. Yeah, sometimes I truly think about how lucky it was, not to be delusional, but I am like a very, how do I want to explain this in like a simple way? I like maybe 50% believe in like the theory that certain things happen because they were supposed to happen, you know? Like 50%, because there are some things that I think that like I don't know if that was you know, it would be horrible to believe that that was like planned into your life plan. But I do think there are some things that do feel like they've been planned, like before you were born or something. I don't know. Anyways, I feel that way about being a oneus fan, because the situation, like the way things played out for me to be like a oneus fan, it almost just seems really goofy at the end of the day. It's like there are some things that it's like, it was set up so perfectly for me to be a oneus fan that I'm convinced that there were some other factors at play. Okay. And so I like think about it all the time, because sort of like the events that led me to be like a oneus fan is like they debuted in 2019, which was the year that I was, to be dramatic, okay, I was trying to quit K-pop. I was trying to quit it. I was like getting rid of all my albums, my posters. I was like deleting every K-pop song off my playlist. I was trying to dive into other songs. I was like, I'm not listening to K-pop ever again. And this was because EXO was enlisting to the military. Like they were all starting to enlist. And I was like, it's gonna be a long time before they get discharged and they all come back as a full group. And I don't, at the time, I didn't want to like stan another group in the meantime because that felt like, it felt disloyal to me. That's just, you know, me and my brain. I was like, no, because I love EXO. Like, I would never leave them in my life. And so, like, I felt bad. I was like, well, I will just stop being a K-pop fan until EXO comes back. Now, can you imagine if that actually happened? I would not be a K-pop fan until, like, right now. Because Sehun's coming back in September. Brother, no. No. Anyways, so I'm sitting here, I'm like, I'm quitting K-pop forever. And can you believe, right, like how everything worked out is that like I'm in the middle of like trying to get rid of being a K-pop fan, and all of a sudden oneus shows up out of nowhere. And at that too is like I already kind of like had a bit of a bias towards him, but only because Kunhee was in the group. And I was like, no, I like Kunhee though. I'm a big Kunhee fan. And so it was, I think it was maybe I don't remember how I was feeling at the time, but when I decided to be a oneus fan, which is actually my 6-year anniversary is in 2 days of being a oneus fan, like officially. And so like 6 years ago at this time, I'm like listening to their B-sides on their new album, right? And I'm listening to Bing Bing for the first time. And I just think it's so crazy that I was just in this mindset of like, I'm never listening to K-pop ever again. And then all of a sudden, like I just like now these bangers of like songs are in front of me. Like Bing Bing. I heard Bing Bing for the first time 6 years ago and it like saved my life. Right? And so I think that's also why I became such a hardcore oneus fan, is because like I was like ready to just give it up. I was ready to just leave it all behind, and here oneus comes in, saves the day. I don't know, like I just these are just some things that I think about. A little delusional, but that's just me, you know, that's just me. I honestly hate how bad I feel about it. I feel like some younger fans will call me old, say I shouldn't be into K-pop, but bro, I became a fan when I became a K-pop fan when I was like 18. I don't really, I mean, younger fans will always call older fans old, but when you think about it, the people that are always going to the concerts are people our age because we have money and time. Well, sometimes, you know, like we just have more resources to be going to their concerts than somebody who is like 15 or 16. So they can be calling us old at the end of the day, but at the same time, it's like we're gonna be at those concerts. We're the ones like buying all their stuff because we have money and they don't, you know, just because they're kids. Like they don't have money. So now what? How'd you get your bangs? Oh, I cut them myself. I actually have to trim them. What's wrong with following K-pop till the day I die? Nothing. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm like, my comments are all backed up. No, they're not. It's just messed up on there. All that happened is that I grew up with my faves, so of course I'm still here, and I was their age when I got into K-pop, so what gives? Yeah, true. True. It's like you can call me old, but at the end of the day, I'm the same age as your fave. So now what? Hello again. Hi, welcome back. Welcome back. Ah! I've been cracking down on the spamming. You know what? Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh yeah, I was still looking at these names. Some of these names are, you know what? I think Ruby is a cute name, but I think it's a cute name on other people. That's all. But it's a pretty name. Sorry. That was horrible. Cecilia is cute too. Cecilia, and then you can call her Cece for short. That's adorable. Oh, Eliza. I like the name Eliza too. Macy? Mm, I don't, maybe. I honestly just like looking through these names. They're really nice to look through. Yeah. I kind of like the name Madeline, but it sounds a bit old school. Madeline or Madeline? I think Madeline sounds a lot cooler than Madeline. Because Madeline sounds, it's kind of the same issue I had with Lily with two L's. It's a little too modern sounding. But Madeline actually sounds very, very like vintage. Very vintage. Do you have a middle name? Yeah, I have two actually. Can you believe? Lore drop. I have two middle names. You speak Spanish? No. Sorry. And disappear the age discrimination content. No, we're not ageist here, I swear. I was talking in generals. That's all. That's all. Oh my god, my hair. Somebody help my hair. Help my hair, please. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna look at. Oh, Jesus. Ah, why does it look like that? Why it look like that? We went through the Spanish thing that one live. Yeah, true. That is so true. Can you ride a horse? I'm sure I could if I tried. But I don't ride them often. So. What the heck? Okay. Okay, yeah, we're back. We're not ageist here. Exactly. We're accepting of all. Call me crazy, but I met someone again? What? You know what? That's okay. That is so okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. Can I tell chat a story? Let me tell you a story. Cuz I think it's really goofy. All right, just a little bit of a fun fact. So the other day, I think it was early this week. All this week I've been having like weird dreams. I think it kind of does come from the fact that I'm burnt out and like fatigue and all this stuff. But I have been having a lot of dreams where I couldn't really tell if they were like things that had happened or things that I was like dreaming. Like when I wake up, it's like I don't remember because they were so like realistic, is kind of what the problem was. It's like they felt like things that could have happened, but I was dreaming them. Anyways, so earlier this week, I had a dream. I don't remember what was happening in my dream, but this is the third dude this summer. You know what? You're better than us all. You're better than us all. At least you're living for us. You're living life for us. I have 4 middle names. That's so slay though. That's actually so slay. Sorry. Okay. Back to my story. So, in this dream, I remember I think there was like 5 people total, and it was like a scene. It was like this one scene that was happening, and there was, I would almost call him like a teacher or chaperone, but like it was weird because we weren't in school. It was like I was my current age right now, but we were on like this trip where he was kind of like the trusted adult, you know, even though all of us were adults too. He was the trusted adult. And so, and I'm pretty sure, like, trying to think back, he was like a teacher I had in high school. And so that was like his character in my dream. Anyway, so there was 4 of us like on this trip with the chaperone. I don't remember where we were, but we were adults and we were not in school. But we're all like at this event together or something. We're all sitting on like these benches, like waiting for something, or like couch benches things. The teacher is sitting like over there, like on some stool, Just because you're an adult don't mean you're trusted. True. See, like me right now, I could not be a trusted adult. I cannot be a trusted adult. I'm sorry. I might be old, but you put me on like a field trip with some kids, I think I would panic being the trusted adult. Okay, I still need trusted adults everywhere. Um, Dream journal. Well, see, this is like I think it'll just stick with me because it was so weird. Um, so, anyways, so me and the three other people that like are on this trip together, we're all sitting beside each other, but like for some reason we're very squished next to each other. Like we're all shoulder to shoulder and like leg to leg. You know, like we're sitting really cramped together. I don't know why, but we were. And I was in the middle. So on this side of me was like a girl. And like I didn't really the crazier thing is I didn't really know these people too well. Like none of them were like they were all kind of just people that I like acquaintances, but like we're not friends, you know. Just like we got along and that was it. But we were like kind of just we only were interacting because we were on this trip together. So there's a girl next to me. I don't remember who she was, placeholder or something. And then next to me was this guy, which I know him like in real life, but like we also went to school together, but I think he's like a year or two younger than me. Maybe. Maybe we're born in the same year. I don't know. But in school, he was like a grade below me or 2 grades below me. So I remember him from school because of that, because he was, you know, I'd see him around the hallways. But I also he used to work where I worked, but in a different department. Um and he's like pretty close with my pal who also works in the same place. And so he like used to stop by pretty often, but then he like got a different job. And so then he would only stop by like maybe once every couple of months. And the last time that I seen him was like a month ago because he stopped in again to just say hi and then he left again. That was the last time I seen him, right? Anyways, he's in my dream. And he's sitting right here, like next to me. But like we're all squished together, so I'm sitting like this, but like I don't mind because like I said, I don't really know these people like that. I don't even know this guy like that. Like I just kind of know him because I know him. And so like we're squished together, but it doesn't like make me like uncomfortable or anything. And then there's somebody else on that side of him who's kind of also squished in. I don't know why we're squished together though. So anyway, we're sitting there, okay? This is so weird. It was so weird to me. So we're sitting there and I know we're waiting for something. We're like waiting for something. But it's like not our turn yet or something like that. So we're waiting and he all of a sudden he's like faced this way. I'm kind of faced this way. And he kind of just like I'm sitting here and I see his hand cuz his hand was like on his lap, but it was also kind of touching like my arm or something. I don't know. So anyway, I see his hand like just come out from my peripheral vision and he holds his hand out like this, like he wants to hold my hand. And I can't tell you why. Let me tell you. In my dream, okay, for some reason, my first thought was to be like, okay, yeah. And then I grabbed his hand in my dream and then we just start like holding hands. And I'm like, wait a minute. But it had that like, what's the word? Where it like, you could tell that it meant something. Like it wasn't just holding hands. It was like it meant like he wanted to hold hands and I'm like, okay, yeah, and now it's like a thing. You know? Who again's getting your hand? The guy next to me. The one that I was talking about. The like I kinda know him in real life, but like not well. Romantic, yeah. It had like that kind of like pretense with it. Like as soon as I grabbed his hand, I was like, yeah, like this means it's now like something's like there. But it's weird because like I said, I don't know this guy like that. I've never seen him like that either. Like he was just some like random guy that I knew. And so I wake up and I'm like, okay. I'm like, that was really weird. It's like one of those dreams. I don't know if anyone's ever had these dreams, but sometimes you have dreams, like crazy intense dreams with people that you know from real life, but you're not like close to, right? I was gonna play it off like that. I was like, okay, I just had a dream with this guy in it and like we were like romantic interests, but like it was just a dream and you know, and that's it. Now, tell me why later that day in real life, okay, I wake up, I go to work, okay, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he messages me on Snapchat. Hello? I was so spooked because now I'm thinking that there's some like suspicious activity going on. Because why is it that I had a dream with this guy in it that I don't talk to at all? All right, like I've never had like a personal conversation with him ever. It was always in like group settings. And so tell me why all of a sudden he like messages me on Snapchat and it's just a hey. I'm like, something here doesn't add up. It's not adding up. I'm like, why is like it's too coincidental. Okay? And so now I'm I don't know. It like freaks me out when I think about it. It freaks me out cuz why is it that like I said, I mean, this is somebody that I've known for like years. Like I've just known of him and he's known of me. And like, you know, he was in our store like a month ago and this entire time he's not said anything. So tell me why the day after I had a dream with him in it, he's now messaging me. Some weird stuff's going on. Weird stuff. Where are you from? I'm from the US. Same, I had a dream about my male cousin's friend. I don't know the guy that much, but I did find him cute. We did talk to get to know him, but after that, he got a girlfriend. But months after we got to know him, I had a whole romantic dream about him. See, yeah, it's like I don't mind the dreams because they're dreams. It's like your brain just kind of makes up anything. The part that was confusing though was that he messaged me in real life like after that. Like I know it's probably just a strange coincidence, but then I don't know. I'm a little delusional. So I'm starting to think that some other things are happening behind the scenes. You know what I mean? I don't know what's going on. So anyways, I've been having a casual conversation with him since the other day because I don't know. Isn't that weird? Isn't that a little strange? I don't know. I don't know. I tried Thai food the other day and it was so good. Really? I've never had Thai food. Former lover? You thinking like a past life? But like that's weird. It was giving like somebody not manifested. Somebody put this like spell or something for me to dream about this guy and he's like, okay, yeah, this is gonna work, and then message me the night after. That's what it was giving. I know that's probably not true. It's not true at all. But like that's where my brain was going. It's giving like it was set up by something. But not by like fate, but by like somebody manipulating the universe. I don't know. It was just weird. It was just a really strange coincidence, I think. That is so strange. If you have the chance, you must try. Okay. Let me be honest again, okay? Actually, let me give you a little bit of like some background information. So I think it was over the winter time. Like I said, he stopped working where we worked maybe in September or something. And so he would only stop by every couple of months. And so one time he stopped by in the winter. I want to say maybe like February or March or something. I don't know. That's not the winter, but it was like that long ago. He stopped by one time when I was not there. And apparently he decided that this was a perfect time to tell everyone that I worked with, because he was talking to everybody there, to tell everyone that I worked with that he had a crush on me. Okay? But I didn't take it that seriously because I didn't appreciate the fact that he was telling other people that he had a crush on me. And he also like even told like, you know, my other coworker was there, and I guess he told him, he was like, yeah, and like you can tell her if you want. And I immediately was just like, I don't really like that. I don't appreciate that at all. Matter of fact, I do not like well, I just didn't like that he would mention that to like the people that I worked with and then never say that to me. Like he didn't message me later or anything, you know? Um and he kind of just expected like everyone that I worked with to tell me, which they did. But like I said, I didn't take it seriously because I didn't like that he didn't tell me personally. Like we're old enough. We're old enough to be expressing our feelings directly to the person that we want to express them to. So I didn't really like that he was just telling my coworkers and my pal and then being like, yeah, and you can tell her that if you want to. And so I was like, okay, like I respect, you know, I appreciate that you have a crush on me, so you say. But I also didn't really believe him at the time because also he couldn't tell me directly. And so I'm like, I appreciate that, he has a crush on me, but like I'm not going to take it seriously because, you know, it was not told to me personally. Um and also nothing happened after that. Like he never every time he came in after that, he didn't really like look at me or talk to me or whatever. Um which I think that's just him anyways. Well, anyway, every time he came in after that, he would never say anything. He never messaged me after that or anything because apparently we had a method of communicating this whole time anyways, and I didn't know. Um it was kind of just like he told everyone and then that was it. So I'm like, okay, so it must not have been that serious because like there's no effort being made to tell me or anything. Um so yeah, I don't know. I think it just makes it a little bit, I don't know. Like he did mention it a long time ago, but didn't really make an effort to initiate anything. So not sure. Not too sure. This guy started telling yeah. He told my, well, he just told everyone there that was at work. Like he came in and then he must have asked because I wasn't there. He's like, oh, where is she? And they're like, oh, she's out today. And then he was like, oh, okay, well, and then decided it was a good time to be like, well, I have a crush on her. Like, okay, I don't know why you can't say this when I'm there, and I have to be gone. He's very shy. I mean, it's okay if you're shy. I don't mind. I don't appreciate. I actually don't really, um, how do I say? I don't, I'm not sure how I'm trying to say this. I don't really take it seriously if I don't hear it directly from the person. If I have to hear it from other people, it's I'm not taking it seriously. Like I respect your feelings and I respect that I appreciate that you were able to like tell someone else. Um but like I'm old, okay? And the people that like me are also they're like all usually around my age or even older. And so I would like to, I like to think that we're old enough to be able to just express things like that directly to the person instead of having to go through other people like we're in like high school or something. In high school it made sense. I'm like, yeah, we're all shy and we're kids, whatever, but now that we're old, we're adults, and we know how to like interact with other people and stuff, especially when it comes to dating. I just very much appreciate if I can hear it from the person themselves instead of having to hear it from somebody else. So, like, I understand if he was shy, but I do think that's the part of, if you have a crush on someone and you want to pursue it, that you need to kind of, you need to, still be able to just do it yourself. That, or just accept the fact that you will never be romantically involved with this person ever. That's all I'm saying. Because I mean, I'm kind of the same way. Anything that I choose not to say to someone else, I don't make it their problem. So, like, if I had a crush on somebody and I never wanted to tell them, then I wouldn't, like, I think I wouldn't do anything to make them uncomfortable or, to try to pursue something if they didn't know. And I think I just respect that from other people as well. So, yeah. He's very insecure then. Well, that's going to be a problem because I don't like insecure people. I hate to say. Well, you can have a little bit of insecurity. I think we all have insecurities as people at the end of the day. But if it's like a major issue that someone deals with, especially when it comes to a relationship, I do not want to deal with somebody who's too insecure. Because I did that one time. I did that back in my youth, okay? And I at at like the core of my heart, I'm a very like loyal um I'm a very loyal person. And I'm also very like forgiving. So, if I invest a lot of my time and energy into somebody and something, I will do my absolute like I will actually go to like the end of the earth to like try to make it work, even if it's like not working, because I'm too forgiving and I'm too loyal, right? And the same thing happened back in the day with somebody who was so insecure that he didn't like that. um I think the his main problem was that he realized that I didn't need to depend on him for like a lot of things because I'm a strong independent woman, okay? And I didn't really need him for a lot of things. It was just because I liked him and I enjoyed his, his energy and his company and all this stuff. Um, and that's kind of why I liked whatever we had going on, my situationship, whatever. But he didn't like that. That's really all I needed him for. Like, I didn't need him for anything else. And it made him insecure. And so, what he would do is he would then start saying things to me and making me feel a certain way and all this stuff to try to make me um he was basically trying to break me down so that I was at the same level as him. And because like I said, I really did like him at the time. I, as a forgiving person, I was letting him do that to me. And I think it's just something that I don't want to do in my relationships moving forward, because if I do invest all my time and energy into somebody like that, it would just I think it would just be horrible for me. That's all. Hi, I'm from Indonesia. Oh, hi, hello. Hello, hello. Yeah, anyways, long story short, if he's insecure, I don't want to deal with it. And I will leave. I will give up. Okay. So, if I learn at some point, like as our conversations progress, if he does kind of give off that vibe, I'm afraid it's going to have to just end there. Some dudes need needy women. Yeah. And I definitely think that's like, I don't want to call it a preference because it's not. It's like, it's an unhealed, like, personality trait or something. But me personally, I can't deal with it. I cannot deal with a man that needs me to depend on him because I never will. I never will in my entire life. Love your hair. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. But I'm also just very independent as a person. So, kind of like something I look for in my relationships or potential partners is somebody that doesn't expect me to depend on them, but also somebody that doesn't somebody that, how do I want to say this, isn't dependent themselves. Like, if somebody like starts to feel like they're depending on me for like anything, like emotional, like, well, not emotional fulfillment, but kind of in that, like they need me to be around all the time, or they need to be around me all the time, or like they need to know what I'm doing at all times and be calling and texting and all this stuff. Clingy, clingy, clingy is a big no for me. It's a big no. I need someone that can just exist in their own life, kind of in like the same way, but like just kind of also know that like they have me there at their side too. Some people appreciate clinginess. I do know some people like clinginess, which is like totally on them. I definitely think that's like a preference. That could be a preference for sure. Me personally though, I don't really like that, and I don't want that for any future relationships that I have. I'm kind of the opposite. I would depend on the man I'd be with, but I'd also try to be independent, but I would be more comfortable if he can lead in our life and be there for me, but I would do the same. It's like slight opposite though. But see, like that's understandable, because at least then you would still be putting in like some work on your behalf. Possessive types. Yes. Well, okay, hear me out. Hear me out. Am I just gonna be talking about all my ideal traits in a relationship? All right. This might be like a sky high trait that I have. Trait that I would want in somebody. But I think it would be really, really nice. I think I do appreciate somebody who's a little possessive. Just a little. Not too much though, because if it gets too much, to be too much, it starts to feel like it's controlling. And I don't like controlling people. But only because I don't like people who feel like they can control me, or like they need to control me all the time. Because like, first of all, you can't. I'm gonna do what I want, right? But I think I really would. I'm like thinking about it. I'm like, wait, that would be so good actually. Somebody that is just like slightly possessive, just like a little bit. In the sense that I think, well, it kind of ties into another like sky high trait I would have is I really would appreciate somebody who's just a little jealous. Just a little bit. Not somebody who like gets mad every time I'm talking to another guy, like in general, because it's like you don't even know, like, you know, for example, like I work with like another guy, so like if I had somebody who was mad that like I had like a male coworker and that we talked while at work, that would be crazy. But I would like somebody who maybe was just like a little bit jealous. Like imagine we're like out in public or something and we're like walking around and he like needs to hold my hand to show everyone that like that like we're dating and like you can't have her. Or like we're like out at dinner or something and has to prove like, oh my god, this is my girlfriend right here. I'm like, you kind of have me there. You kind of have me there. You know what I mean? But yeah, unrelated but bias. Bias in what? Healthy amount. Yes, there's a bug in here. Just someone who has that little spice of possessive protectiveness and jealous, but the healthy. Yes. Yes. Could he worship the ground you stand on? Ideally. Well, I don't even know if that's like, because the more that I hear about like how we as women should be like getting into relationships, one thing that I'm starting to almost want to have as like what's the term when like you absolutely have to have it or you just won't have anything else? One thing that I'm starting to kind of develop into that is worshiping the ground that I stand on. But in the kind of in like in a more defined sense, is just somebody that shows you that they want you, right? because action speaks so much louder than words. They could tell you over and over and over that they want you, but it's like kind of the way that they show you that they want you. And so it also ties into like worshiping the ground that you stand on, because the person that is meant for you, okay, the person that you are meant to be with will worship the ground that you stand on. And so ideally I would like to be with somebody that way, and that is like that, but I'm starting to like think that it needs to just be something that's like absolutely 100% there. Because if he doesn't worship the ground that you stand on, chances are he doesn't really like you that much anyways, you know. And I can't be dating somebody who doesn't like me like 100 or like 99.9%, you know. Anyways, are you currently with someone? No. No, I'm sad. I'm sad and single. Well, I'm not sad. I do prefer being single over having like horrible relationships. Over having to deal with all the drama from relationships. I'd much rather be single. Low key. I'm having brain surgery on Monday. Oh my gosh, good luck. If he grabs your waist protectively. I'm telling you, I'm just a girl at the end of the day. Like, if some guy was to do that and just to like, that's what I'm saying. Like, slight possessiveness and slight jealousy. Just slightly, though. That would be perfect. That would be great. Should be talking to herself. Yeah. And what? Ah. Wine and dine. What? Wine and dine? I would actually very, very much appreciate if someone was to ask me on a date, but have it be that. Like, be like, hey, let's go, like, let me take you on a date, but let's go to, like, a nice restaurant. You know? Nice restaurant, we sit down and we have, like, some nice food. That would be really, really nice. Nobody has ever asked me to one of those dates, which is kind of how I know that they're, like, this is also sort of how I like distinguish like what type of people they are based on like what they suggest as a first date. A lot of them are basic first dates, like, oh, let's go like hang out at the park, or let's go for a drive, or let's go watch a movie, you know. And I'm like, that's great and all, but that's like casual first date. I want somebody who like first date, they're like, let's go eat at a nice restaurant. I'm like, yeah, I'm there. I'm so there. Like, even if I have to pay for myself, it's the fact that they asked me to a nice restaurant. It don't even have to be an expensive restaurant. It just has to, like, honestly, Applebee's. Applebee's would work too. Okay, no one's ever asked me to Applebee's. Ah. As a girly myself too, I gotta admit, it's you get me. You get me. I'm just a girl at the end of the day, okay? I'm just a girl. Have you ever had that kind of first date? No. But I do think it's also because I'm also, maybe it's a toxic trait that I have. I am a little picky, but I'm also a little flaky. So like people do like ask like, you know, we should go on like a date or whatever, and I'm like, yeah, that's all, like, you know, could be down. And then the time comes and I'm like, you know what, I don't want to go anymore, and so I just don't go. I'm a problem. I have problems, okay? I'm not perfect. But like I said, it's like a lot of times because they are just basic dates anyway, so it's like I almost feel like I know how it's gonna go, and like why would I waste my time to go to something that I might know how it plays out when I could do anything else? Bowling, maybe? Bowling as a first date? I don't know. I like to see into people's minds. I like to see like kind of what they think on like a daily basis. And so I think I would prefer like a date where like we could talk more instead of like doing something. If we're bowling, that kind of just feels like we're hanging out. And I don't know if I would prefer that as a date. I think if it would be like, let's just hang out and then we go bowling, I'd be down. But if we're trying to do it as like a date, I would like something that kind of just like shows a little bit of how, um, just kind of like who they are as a person, but like in here. I've been having seizures since I was 4. My doctors finally found a mat. Oh, send prayers. We're sending prayers. Touch some grass. I did. I did earlier today, actually. Is that the Backstreet Boys? No, but it might as well be. No, this is oneus. K-pop boy group oneus. Yep. The other side of the coin, I would also be protective, possessive, and jealous, and I would show it, but in a healthy way, so maybe I get the same treatment back. Yeah, no, I would do that too, because I'm also like kind of a lover girl, kind of like a lot. I'm like a lover girl, and so this is also why I'm a little picky, because I don't like to just I don't like to give everyone like the same amount of energy, especially when it comes to dating and relationships. I don't want like 6 people to know like the depths of me, because that's just too many people, you know? Like I feel like it's more special, I think, when it's like one person or two, like a very small amount of people that like know me down to like my core. And so I think for somebody that I'm like absolutely 100% interested in, I think they will realize very quickly that I'm a lover girl, and I will for sure probably act that same way. I'll probably be a little possessive and a little clingy and a little jealous. I'm not clingy. I'm not clingy. Well, I wouldn't call it clingy, but I do like to talk, you know? NASCAR race, maybe? A NASCAR race as a first date. I think that would be cool. I think something that's like outside of the box would also be cool if you called it a date. Like, let's go watch a basketball game, like an NBA basketball game. I'm there. I'm there. I only know like 3 things about basketball, but I'm there. Thank you. Fake laugh. You got me. You saw right through me. Lucky you. My grandmother told me 3 things about women. Always open doors for them. Car doors, house doors. So yes. Yeah. I think this goes both ways. We should just be doing this for people in general, but I do agree. You're currently telling 15 people all your debts. Yeah, that's why I'm telling them, because there's only 15 people. I mean, you're still listening though, so you must be interested, right? Don't think we're. I don't know if that's something we should be complaining about if you're still sitting here listening. If I liked a guy, he would know it, because I would want to be with him a lot, but I know I would have to not be clingy, even though I'm gonna be so guilty of that. Be a gentleman. Yes, yes, be a gentleman, please. See, this is also the other thing, is I do kind of not that I'm praying for a relationship or anything, because like I don't really need one, but ideally I would like to have like I don't want to call it a serious relationship, but just like a very not casual relationship. Serious sounds too serious. But sort of a solid relationship fairly soon, because I would want them to meet like my grandparents. And I think that would be a perfect way to tell what kind of people they are based on how they treat my grandparents. You know? So, like, not even just like what they say, but like kind of just how they act towards them. So, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe soon. Maybe this is my time. I don't know. You know, the universe is gonna send me like my soulmate or something soon. I'm not sure. 2, always treat women with respect. They are someone's daughter, someone's sister, someone's mother, and someday someone's grandmother. Yes. True. Yeah, bro could not even commit to his message. He had to delete it at that. Don't get me right now. I think I'm in an arguing mood. Don't get me. No one night stands, right? No. No, no, no. I respect to those who do one night stands. You know, like that's they can do whatever they want. But me personally, I think that's just it's like it's something I'm just not interested in. I don't really like them. Well, I think I don't like them at all. You know. But that's just me. I'm going to go through some chemo Monday, sorry. And I won't be able to have surgery until tomorrow. Oh no. Well, we're sending prayers. Same, I need him to treat my family right. Yes. Yes. She said never ever trust him. I'm just kidding. She never said the first two. She probably thought them though. That's good advice though. I would never do that type of thing. I want someone to my friend. You mean one night stands? I mean, there's nothing wrong with one night stands. It's just, yeah, me personally, I don't like the concept of it for myself. But respect to those who do. Have you ever tried like Hinge or something? Yeah, they're not that great though. For me, I think I don't like the concept of speed dating. Right? Is that what it's called? Or maybe I don't like the idea of meeting somebody to date them. Like I like more of like a natural connection first. So I would love if it was like somebody I'd met and then over time I'd realize, you know, like maybe then I'm like, okay, yeah, like, you know, then the idea of dating comes up, but I don't really like meeting someone just to date them. Seems so what's the word? What's the word? What's the word? Not unnatural, but it doesn't feel very genuine to me. So yeah. I'm kidding. One night stands are lowering your standards. I mean, I don't think so. Like, there's no strings attached to a one night stand. Unless somehow in those like 8 hours somebody falls in love. That would be crazy. But most of the time there's like no strings attached to a one night stand. Keep your self values high because you're worth it. Thank you. Thank you. I have to go to bed. But bye and thank you. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out today. I took a woman to a batting cage. Would that work for you? A batting cage is scary. That's another one of those things. It's like the same thing as bowling. It would be like not a date vibe. If you called it a date and we went to a batting cage, I would not think it was a date halfway through. It would just be like hanging out. I don't know your name, but I promise you, you'll meet your true love when you least expect it. That's what everyone says. That's what everyone says. And I know I need to believe them because everyone says that. But sometimes, sometimes I feel like I've been waiting long enough. Okay, I feel like I've been nothing but patient. So like, where is he? You know what I mean? Where is he at? Yeah. I don't know. I'll continue to be patient, but at some point in the next like 5 years, I'm gonna give up. I'm gonna give up. And I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna be single forever and I'm gonna get 4 cats and we're gonna live the rest of our lives together. Okay. I'll live the rest of my life with my 4 cats. And when they die, I die too. Just kidding. Do you like K-pop? Yeah, kind of. What's your opinion on young love? What do you mean? What do you mean by young love? What do you mean? Also, I'll let everyone know right now, I will be live for 10 more minutes. And then I will end stream for the evening. I'm older and wiser. You're beautiful and he will find you, or vice versa. Yeah, I hope he finds me. I don't want to go out looking for him. Like, why is that on me to go looking for my soulmate? He should find me. He should come up to me. You know what I mean? Can we live with the dog? What? Huh? I just feel like a lot of kids these days get into relationships so quick. You know what I mean? Oh, you mean like like teenage romance? I honestly think that any relationship you have in your teenage years should not be considered serious. Because I heard this, well, I heard this from like the internet somewhere. Somebody's grandma once told her to not get into a serious relationship before the age of 25. Um, and I agree. I actually really agree with that statement because your frontal lobe stops developing when you're 25. And so anything that you experience and you learn basically before you're 25, is that how it is? It's like you'll have a way, I guess you're a little bit more immature because like you still don't really have like the full capacity, you know, because your frontal lobe's still developing. But after you're 25 is now you have kind of a more solid structure to be thinking about relationships and all this stuff. And so I kind of agree. So when it comes to like teenage relationships, I definitely think that a lot of, and especially early serious relationships in your early 20s, they should not be considered like serious relationships. I think they should all be considered just like casual dating. Now, if you're 25, 26 and you're still dating the same person and now you're like, yeah, I want to spend the rest of my life with this person, then maybe you can go for it. Maybe. But like I also have a personal experience. Like I experienced my first love when I was 13 with a boy who was 14, you know? And we had the craziest relationship for like the next like 14 years. Horrible and long and crazy and strange, okay? But I do kind of agree because looking back, that was definitely a relationship that like I could only, like now that I'm like at my age right now, like looking back at that is like I don't want anything to do with that relationship because like that just, like nothing about him or the relationship with him would serve me any purpose right now. And so I'm kind of glad, you know, it ended. I don't think, honestly, I would much rather, I would want everyone to punch me in the face if I ever decide that I need to be with him moving forward. Okay? I want everybody to line up and just start punching me in the face because that is stupid and that's dumb. Okay? Keep your standards high. Thank you. Thank you for validating my high standards. We get going. Good night. Oh, good night. I lost K-pop group behind you. Yeah, this is oneus. This is oneus. They're going on tour. Everyone, please show up if you have time and you're in the city. It's a waste of time. True. I try to fit in with your cats. What? I'm not sure how old you are, but you look no older than 25. 30 to 40s when you settle down. Really? You think I'm in my early 20s? What if I told you I'm 33? What if? Actually, I came back. Oh, welcome back. See you soon. In a way, I guess it prepares you for when you're actually going to get into a serious relationship. I definitely think there's nothing wrong with not being in a relationship when you're young. I don't think you should be anyways. You should just be living your life as a child for as long as you can. But I do think that they serve as good experiences and they help you kind of learn. They help like teach you like what you want and what you don't want when you do end up, you know, when you're older and you're looking for like an actual relationship to like settle down into. Based on like experiences you had when you were younger, you'll know now what not to settle for and things that like you absolutely need to have. So maybe. How old are you? Look, 19. I'm 33. I'm 33. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Is this what? If you're 31, you look great, but you still have time. Thank you. Thank you. Anybody else a K-pop stan? Yeah, I think we're all K-pop stans. Well, some of us are. Some of us are. Everything just feels so intense when you're young. That's true. But that's because you're young, you know? It's like, how do I explain? Because it's, you still feel the same. I mean, the older you get anyways. It's just like you kind of learn not only emotional management, but then you kind of learn too that like, this is the oldest, like, you, what? Wait, what am I trying to say? This is the oldest you have ever been, right? And so like when you're 16, 17, you're thinking, this is the oldest I've ever been. It's like, those are big feelings. Those are dramatic feelings. But like when you're like in your 20s, right? Your mid 20s, late 20s, you're like, this is the oldest I've ever been, but I do, like, I'm going to be older, right? And there's going to be more things that happen and all this stuff. And so you kind of start to learn that, like, not everything is, like, doomsday. Not everything is the end of the world. Hi, hello. What's your favorite song? My favorite song is X by oneus. Yep. Be sure to go listen to X by oneus. Thank you. Because between 18 and 25, everyone's really passionate about stuff. Yeah. And when you're, like, 20, when you turn 20, just think about yourself as like a new, well, people say this about your 20s anyways, but like when you're like 22, you're a 2-year-old adult, which is very true. It's actually very, very true. And it does, like, when you look at it that way, like, it totally feels that way. And so when you're 25, you're a 5-year-old adult. And so, like, it's like, yeah, I know a little bit more about being an adult, but, like, I still am pretty young. I'm still pretty, like, new into the adult life. So, yeah, I honestly think anything before 20, I wouldn't even worry about. I would not even worry about. You're still a child, and you should just live life that way. Live life as a child, because you'll never be that young ever again. I subbed. Thank you. Just falling for someone is such a big feeling. It is. It is. But I mean, that's the first time you're experiencing it too. So it does feel like a big feeling. I'll go listen right after the live is over. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Do you stand in Hypen? If you do, who's your bias? My bias is Sunghoon. Favorite K-pop group? oneus. It's oneus. Hi, hello. Hello, hello. Ah. One of mine too. Oh my god, twin. Twin. Subscribe. Yes, please subscribe to the channel. Also, don't hesitate to buy me a coffee. Do not hesitate to buy me a coffee. I have my link posted in the comments. Thank you. Bye bye. My bias from Enhypen is Jungwon. Jungwon is my second bias, I think. Twin. It's 10:20 p.m. here, Arizona. It's not that late. It's not that late. I love your bunny teeth. What? I guess kind of. I mean, they don't look that crazy. But thank you. Thank you. Ah! I just ripped out all of my hair. $10:20 in Cali. Oh my gosh, you guys are in the same time zone. I like my women like I like my coffee. Strong. Strong and flavorful. My bangs are pretty. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm like messing them up so they look crazy, but. That was a large yawn. 12:22 where I live. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's like, it's pretty late for all of us, I think. I don't like coffee. You don't like women. Oh, not like that. Not like that. Okay, maybe I get it. Maybe I get it. Or I only drink tea. Not sure which punchline is better. Maybe if you add tea in there somewhere, that would really sell the point. That would sell the point for sure. What did I say? I said 10 minutes 10 minutes ago. All right, how about I'll do 5 more minutes and make it an even. We'll get close to the half-hour mark. 5 more minutes of stream. So if you have anything to ask, ask now or forever hold your peace. Also, again, don't be afraid to buy me a coffee at my at my link provided. Thank you. Anyways, blink twice if you need help. I can't. My eyes are dry. I can't. I'm trying not to blink. Yeah. Anyways, no, I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm cool. Man, am I getting tired. Sometimes I can't believe that I truly can just yap for like hours on end. Like, does bro ever shut up? To be fair, I don't yap out of turn in real life. But if I'm given the opportunity, I can definitely just talk and talk and talk and talk. So, yeah. I tried not to yawn. I tried not to. Good luck to you. Remember, when you least expect it, love will find you. Thanks. Good night. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out today. My bias from P1. I don't know anyone in P1 Harmony. Well, I do, but like, I don't know them enough to like have a bias, I think. Yeah, anyways. No, what the heck? What the heck? This sucks. Anyway, I guess I can start doing my wrapping up activities. Oh my god. Ah. I'm trying not to yawn so bad. You're so pretty. Thank you. You remind me of a Disney princess. You're talking to me? Which Disney princess? Ah, why did I do that? Which Disney princess? That's an important question. That's the important part. Moana. You know what? My indigenous sister. That's fair. How does her song go? Wait, how does her song go? I have to go look it up. Ah, I wanted the lyrics. I was gonna sing the song just to really sell the point. See the line where the sky meets the sea. It calls me. And no one, oh yeah, and no one knows how far it goes. If the wind in my sail on the sea stays behind me, one day I'll know. If I go, there's just no telling how far I'll go. Yeah, is that me? How old are you? I'm 33. Your voice is beautiful. Thanks. I was trying to really channel the Moana sound, the Moana vibe. Yep. Can you sing? Did I tell it? I don't know that song. Your voice is beautiful. Thanks. Thanks, guys. Thanks. I only like the chorus though. Well, I like the first part too, but I can't sing it like that. I've been staring at the edge of the water long as I can remember. Never really know. I forgot. I forgot. Are you a book girly? You know what? Not really. I don't read as much as I probably should. But I would love to start reading again. I need to like stimulate my brain sometimes. Why are these so expensive? Oh my god. And I bought this one. Ah, okay. Can I spam the chat? No. No spam. You should listen to Flat. You know what? I've heard some Pew and Harmony songs and I thought they were good. But I don't remember what they were. Have you watched K-pop Demon Hunters? If you have, can you sing one of their songs? I have. I tried to sing it the other day and I couldn't. Wait. There is a song that I like, but I can't. I think I'm gonna do it really badly. Hello, your name is Putty. My Little Soda Pop. Yeah. No, I like the other one. I don't remember how it goes. Hold on, I have to go play it. So that I know. Alright, we'll sing this one song. And then I will end the stream for the night. I don't remember how it goes. Oh yeah, I remember. Do you like Golden? It's okay, but I don't like it as much as I like this song. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out how to sing it. Did you listen to Justin Bieber's new album? I did not. No, I did not. Your Idol? I don't know the melody. You're very cute. Thanks. Okay. I just listened to it. Oh. Okay, I got it. I broke into a million pieces and I can't go back. But now I'm seeing all the beauty in the broken glass. The scars are part of me. Darkness and harmony. My voice without the lies. This is what it sounds like. Why did I cover up the color stuck inside my head? I should have let the jagged edges meet the light instead. Ah, I messed that up. Show me what's underneath. I'll find your harmony. The song we couldn't write. This is what it sounds like. Yeah, anyways, that's the only song from that movie that I like truly like, I think. It did so good. I think I could have done it better. But this is a song I think that like in order for it to really come out well, I have to be belting it out. But I can't be belting out right now. So I gotta kind of do it in like a muted version. But yeah, I like that song. Anyways, so with that, I will be ending the stream for tonight. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. It was a bit of a longer stream today. But you know what? That's okay. Totally fine. I don't think I will stream, or I don't think I'll stream tomorrow. Just because tomorrow's Sunday and like, you know, Monday's the next day. Just to like really get ready for the week and whatnot. I won't be live tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'll be live Monday. Maybe I will be. But like I hate Mondays, so I'm just gonna assume I'm gonna be tired. So I might not stream Monday either. But you never know. I might just pop in. But But if I don't stream Monday, I will for sure be back on Tuesday. So, yeah, if you guys want to stop on by again in the next stream, you are more than welcome to, okay? But for today, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream today. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and for here listening to all my yap and all this stuff. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good rest of your night. I hope you have good sleeps and good dreams. And I hope you have a good day tomorrow, or you're having a good day right now, or you had a good day today. And I will see you all in a couple days. I'll see you all in the next stream, okay? All right, bye everybody. Thanks for hanging out today. Have a good night. Bye.